DJ Talent, Ralph Lauren, Polo Ralph Lauren, Giorgio Armani, and also, of course, independent, small independent companies, branding companies, and people that are starting limited companies. DJ Talent, yeah, right. Polo Ralph Lauren, Polo Ralph Lauren, Giorgio Armani, Giorgio Armani, and of course, new up and coming limited companies that are starting out in the industry and in the world. Yeah, this is DJ Talent. A lot of celebrities out there. You know, we like to rock big brands and also small brands as well. We like to rock independent brands as well, like indie bands, independent brands, and also we like to rock big franchise brands and big franchise companies. So basically, yeah, this is DJ Talent here, the music producer, TV star from Britain's Got Talent. Just saying, God bless, love and well, peace to the world. But if any big franchise companies like Polo Ralph Lauren, okay, Giorgio Armani, okay, or any small up and coming limited companies have got any promotional goodies for me, i.e. Polo Ralph Lauren, if you've got any shirts you want to send me my way, any exclusives, some shirts and some maybe suits technically, or Giorgio Armani some nice jeans or some nice shirts. You know, like celebrities, we like to rock big brands. You know, we like to wear like nice designer clothes, and also help promote the companies like the franchise companies and also the independent companies. If people got independent companies and they've got something interesting that I'm interested in, yeah, I'll be more than happy to promote the brand and do some promo for it. But yeah, I'm interested in kind of supporting like big brands, franchise brands, and also small independent brands as well. I'm behind it all. If people have got their own branding company, whether it be a franchise international company or a limited company, you know, I'm interested in getting behind it. And by all means, yeah, send me DJ Talent some goodies. You know, like Ralph Lauren, send me some nice shirts, or like Giorgio Armani, send me a nice couple of pairs of jeans. Um, and yeah, even small companies, send me some goodies, and I'll do some advertising for you. I'll do a nice global YouTube video for you and saying thanks for the goods. And this is DJ Talent. Thanks for Ralph Lauren, Giorgio Armani, or any like small up and coming companies. I'll do a YouTube commercial for your company and say and like thanking you back for the goods and doing an advert for you guys. I'd love to do a commercial for Polo Ralph Lauren or Giorgio Armani or even a limited company, a small company. I'm behind it, man. Get me on board. Yeah, DJ Talent. I do advertising for franchise international companies or small indie independent companies. Yeah, totally. It's what it's about, you know. So that's me saying, yeah, for people out there, like, because I'm a celebrity, send me some goodies and bits and pieces, some promo goodies, and I want to start rocking the brands, man. DJ Talent wants to rock the brands. Rock the brands, man. Rock the brands. Cool. Well, peace. So that's me. There's another thing also I want to say about that is also in the world, like principles. This is me talking about principles, okay? At the end of the day, you know, anyone that starts out in life in a business, you know, it's hard going, or you only start to make like good things happen is when the company gets established and it blows up and goes big. That's when good things happen. But yeah, my advice to anyone starting out a company in the world is to set up, number one, get a website going to begin with, so that people can see what you're doing. I think the most important thing in the world is a website. You know, whether you've got a co.uk website or a .com website, set up a global website so that people know what you're doing out there, and start pressing up and printing some business cards of what you're doing out there. So a website, a nice website, global website, some nice business cards is the way to start advertising out there in the world, and that's how you make money, and that's how you do business. And it's all about advertising. So that's one way in. Also, here's another example. So I'm going to give you an example, like for example, a brand. For example, say like what a brand is. It's like you've got either a limited company or an international franchise company. Number one, you set up your own logo, okay? So you set up your own logo and you give your company a title. So my logo is DJ Talent, like with a diamond in it, DJ Talent Recordings, okay? So DJ Talent Recordings is my company, okay? So I'm like company director of DJ Talent Recordings, okay? So that's what you do. You set up a logo and you set up a company brand, a title of a brand and a company. So for example, like here's an example of someone starting out. So for example, you're a plumber, you could call it um, John's Plumbing. You could call it John's Plumbing UK. So you set up so you give it the title John's Plumbing UK, and maybe set up a logo of maybe a pipe or something like that, a plumbing pipe or something like that. Or for example, if you're setting up a lager company, a beer company, you may set it up and call it um, say Andrew Smith's Lager. Okay, that's an example. Andrew Smith's Lager. So what you do, you on the lager cans, you put Andrew Smith's Lager, and then you go to a brewing place that makes lager, and you start brewing and making your own lager. That's what you do, and then basically, yeah, you could start selling it to small independent shops on a sale and return basis. That's one way. Or if it blows up, get a distributor and start distributing crates of lager to supermarkets, number one, like big franchise supermarkets and also independent companies. So that's how you set up a brand, basically. So like for example, like if I was setting up a record label, yeah, you'd start off for example, you'd press up 200 records, okay, and then if they all sell, then you press up more records, and basically that's how it goes. So you press up the first release, and then you say, and then if it does well, you press up more records. So if you do 200 or 300 records, then you press up another 200 or 300 records, and if it goes off, then that's how a business expands and grows, basically. So that's me talking about brands and companies, basically, you know. Also, I want to say to people in the world, you know, I'm a man of principles. I think if you pay someone to do a job out there in the world, you know, don't go around ripping off people and knocking people, because it really is not acceptable. If you pay someone, example, to paint your wall, or you pay someone to, for example, to put a radio in your car, for example, you make sure you pay that person for the time and labour, okay? Because knocking people, not paying people, it really is not acceptable and it is disgusting, okay? Make sure you just don't knock people out there. If you pay someone for something, you make sure you pay them, because that person out there has got to pay for their, like, the roof over their head. They've got to pay their electricity. They've got to pay their water rates. They've got to pay um, like bills to keep the house going. So when people out there start knocking people and not paying people for their time and what they're doing, you know, it's disgusting, man. Trust me, it's not acceptable. When you knock people out there, you know, number one, it's very, very nasty and disgusting, and number two, you know, you're making that person suffer by not paying them. Do you know what I mean? That person suffers. If you turn around to someone and say, you know, I'm going to pay you blah blah blah, and you knock someone. I remember I did a gig for this guy once. He goes, yeah, I'll write you a check. So what he does, he writes me a check, okay, and he turns around. It's like, I was like, look, mate, this check's bouncing. What's going on, mate? What's going on? So because I was so angry, I kept feeding this check through the bank all the time, and he kept getting charged bank charges on the check. But that's one thing you learn if you do business with someone. I.e., if you're like you're a DJ or you're an MC and you're playing out and you're playing somewhere big, man, make sure you get half the. If you're doing it as an independent gig, make sure you get half the money up front, confirmed for your time, okay? Don't start turning up to places, man, and saying, where's my money, where's my money? Someone wants to book you for your time, say, look, mate, okay, I want 50% payment up front, okay, and no messing around, okay? So that means that, yeah, yeah, and then you could say, if I don't come, then the 50% is then refundable back to you. But generally, yeah, if you're going to go and DJ and play up for someone out there or an MC, make sure, like, if you're doing a booking with someone, make sure you ask the promoter for 50% up front. If you're a DJ or an MC or you turn up to a gig and it's empty, then you say to the promoter, you don't have to pay me the full amount, but please pay me for my travel expenses up here and petrol out. So that's what you do. Okay, pay people for their time. Don't knock people. And another thing that's not acceptable, I don't like people out there that steal and rob people. I think it's disgusting, you know. People that go out there, like, for example, so if someone like steals your car or steals your bike or vandalizes something, you know, that's someone in the world that's gone out and worked hard to buy a car or bike, and someone goes and steals it. Some low life goes and steals it. You know, that's disgusting, man. You know, stealing people's belongings and goods is not acceptable. It's disgusting and it's vile. Okay, so make sure in life there's two things you got to learn. Number one, don't go around stealing people's goods because they go out and work hard to pay for those goods. And number two, if you turn around and book someone for a job in the world, okay, and either they're painting a room in your house or whatever they're doing, you make sure you pay that person for the job, okay, and don't go around ripping people off. Two rules to learn. Number one, stealing people's belongings and goods is disgusting. It's not acceptable. And I don't want to be around anyone that does that, people that steal. And I don't want to be around people in the world that go around, the people that go around knocking people and ripping people off. Because you go around knocking people and ripping people off, how's that person supposed to pay for their kind of like their the roof over their head, the food on the table, a hot bath, man? So don't, number one, don't steal from people, and number two, don't rip people off. God bless, love and world peace, DJ Talent, talking about principles and good respect and good manners. God bless, love, world peace, man. DJ Talent, best wishes, kind regards. DJ Talent from Talent Recordings. World peace, God bless.